everyone, Xander Gaming coming at y'all with another video, and in today's video I'm going to go over a ghost deck. Yes, Violetinboots is finally getting a full line of support, and I do think that now you can build you a complete full ghost deck using some of her key Digimon that we finally are getting in the new Special Boosters 2.5 set. Now, we are having to unfortunately wait a little bit longer to get these cards, but I did want to, work through the set, give everyone some, good deck basis to go off of, so that way when the set comes out, maybe you can throw these decks together and hopefully have a good time. But getting into the deck profile, we are going to run one of the BT3 Digimon. This is just the old and tried and true Digimon, right? This card is always so good. On deletion trigger, draw one, then trash one card from your hand. Just gives you a free cycle. But we do want to max out of the new one coming out, which is, this one's really cool. It is a Flame Liberator trait, which is cool. I do like the art on this one. It says, on deletion, you may return one card with the ghost trait from your trash to the hand. You're wanting to trash stuff in your deck from your hand and from the deck in this deck, but you do always want to get certain pieces back to your hand. So this Digimon lets you do that. We do run other couple of key cards in the deck that do help us, get cards from our trash back to our hand. With that being said, we are going to run two of the ghostdigimon, just a great floodgate. It is not a ghost type, so it does kind of, you can't always play this card out from some of your effects, but I just think ghostdigimon is such a good card, keeping your opponent from gaining memory, and a really good rookie, just running two of it. We are going to max out on the other Ghost Digimon that we are getting from BT20, and this is Ghostmon, Liberator, on deletion, gain one memory, which is awesome for purple stuff because we will be deleting our Digimon, and then on play, reveal the top three cards of your deck, add one card with the Ghost trait and one card with the Liberator trait among them to your hand, return the rest of the deck bottom. It would be cool if you got to trash with this card. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that, but you do, get to hit twice with this. You run a lot of ghosts, and we do run a couple different Liberators that we can find. And then the Candlemon. This card is really good. It has retaliation on the body. It is a, rule trait, ghost type, which does help us out. And I like the art on this one a lot, too. He's looking mad, and so is this little flame on top. But he is on deletion by trashing one card of your hand. Delete when your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. This is really strong on a rookie. Being able to go into your level 4, swing maybe, get your on deletion from your level 4, then on deletion to this guy to pop one of their floodgates that may be giving you a hard time. I love this Candlemon. Definitely got to run a 4 of in the deck. Going down, we are going to run two of the BT15 Bakimon. I do like this Bakimon because he is a ghost trait, which does help us. We can search him out. He only digivolves for 2, and he's only a 4 play cost. He is only 3,000 DP, which the other one is 4, but he has retaliation in the inheritables, which does come up. You do want to have ways to give your Digimon retaliation in purple, so that way you can get over things that are maybe too much DP for you. He does have when digivolving, draw one, trash one card in your hand, and it's the same effect on deletion, so you can digivolve into him, draw one, then trash one, swing with him, hopefully he dies in security, you get to draw one, trash one again, and then get one of your awesome, on deletion effects from your one of your rookies, on deletion, trash a card, pop the level 4 or gain a memory, and then also, be able to add a card back to your hand from the Digimon inheritable. This card is really, really good. I do wish that I could bump it up to a 4, but we're running a lot of level 4s in this deck because we want to see as many ghost types as possible. This is our new Bakimon, but it's Soulmon because it's got the hat on. So if you played any of the games, you know that this is the same Digimon essentially, but different because its eyes are covered with the hat and its teeth are a little different. But this is Soulmon. It is a ghost Digimon. It says on play, when digivolving, one of your Digimon gains retaliation until the end of the turn. So the reason that retaliation heritable isn't quite as important is that you can, give a Digimon retaliation to the end of your opponent's turns, and a lot of times you can have blocker as well. And it's on play and when digivolving. It also has on deletion by trashing one card in your hand, delete when your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So you can see here, they're not able to keep level 4 or lowers. They're going to have to stay in the back once they see that what you're doing with this deck. You are popping level 4s very easily. Level 4s and lowers, gone. Another Bakimon here. This is a very interesting art, looking a little more, white, ghostly, different art style. In this Bakimon, it does just have a generic on deletion, gain one memory, which is essential in the deck. And then when digivolving, if you have one or fewer tamers, you may play one Violetinboots from your hand without playing the cost. I love that they're doing this with the Digimon that play tamers now. If you have one or fewer, play one, as opposed to if you don't have any, play it. These are just, power creep in Digimon. Awesome. Love to see this, support of Ghost level 4 Digimon. Now, he is clearly not a ghost, the Myotismon Ace, but I do think that he is an essential card in this deck, I don't think that you should be trying to do any deck builds without running this guy because he does a lot for you. He is a blocker, and then he is on play when digivolving. You may play one purple level 3 Digimon card or one purple tamer from your trash without paying the cost. So he gives you back your rookies, or he gives you back a tamer that maybe you trashed early on, and now you get to get the tamer's on-play effect or one of those Digimon's on-play effects. I think Myotismon is really key card to have in the deck. He is just super strong. I promise you, test the deck out with this when it comes out, and I bet you're going to love this Myotismon Ace. Really good card. I'm glad to see that there's a deck that, you know, lets this Myotismon Ace shine. Staying on with the Ghost Train that we got, though. Ghost Train. This is Phantomon from BT20. It has Execute, which is a new keyword. If you don't know what this does, it says at the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack. At the end of that attack, delete this Digimon. Your opponent's unsuspended Digimon can also be attacked with this effect. So you can use this effect to, you know, swing at the end of your turn. If you want to go into security, you can. Or you can also swing over one of their Digimon. And a lot of times you're going to have retaliation, so it's like you're taking yourself out and them out, and then you have the added benefit of having on deletion, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card that goes straight from your trash without paying the cost. Everything underneath it that's level 4 or lower, other than the Gazimon, is Ghost, so you're really just swinging in with him and then being able to bring out another body. You're getting to trade into your opponent's Digimon, and then he also has an inheritable on deletion. You may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card that goes straight from your trash without paying the cost, which is, you know, essentially the same as on deletion. Love to see the Phantomon. Really cool art. I think he is a cool Digimon, and he is Ghost Liberator in the trait, which so does the Bakemon here have Liberator, which is awesome with being able to search it. And then a really cool card. I love the art on this Metal Phantomon. Such a cool card. We are only running this one at a 3 of, though, because we're trying to make room for that Myotismon. And I feel like the other Phantomon is just too good to go down to 3 of. But this guy is also insane. It lets you Digivolve on top of Phantomon for 1 cost. Or it's going to cost you 4 on your level 4s, which is not so bad, to be honest. And then he just says he is a blocker. A lot of times he's going to have retaliation inheritable, or you gave it retaliation from one of your on-play effects. And then he has on-play when Digivolve and delete by deleting one of your Digimon. Delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. So it can be him or one of your other guys. You don't mind trading with this guy because he's just really, really good card. I do think he could be kind of awkward to play at times, so that's why he's at a 3-0, but it is really strong. And the main reason you're really running this dude is he's a blocker, which is important, and you can give it a retaliation. But also, this on deletion is really, really good. On deletion, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. De-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Really good effect. Glad to have a purple deck that is getting some black elements into it, being able to de-digivolve and hopefully let you be able to blow up some of their Digimon, because you have a lot of ways to delete their level 4 or lowers. So if you can de-digivolve their Digimon, now you see where your level 4 inheritables are coming into play to be able to pop some of their Digimon. Going into the boss monsters, really excited to see some of these level 6 Ghost Digimon, and we do have her key boss Digimon here, Ghost Liberator Necromon. It is for the Digivolve on top of your level 5 purple Digimon. It does have security attack +1 and the cool keyword Execute, which is really, really good. This one you do want to swing into their security a little bit more since it does have the security attack +1, but if you need to swing into their Digimon, you can. On play when Digivolving. The on plays are essential in this deck because you can just on play these guys if you want to, and then a couple of the cards let you play these Digimon out, and especially the new option card will let you do it as well in some cases. On play, when Digivolve and delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. If they only have one Digimon, guess what? That's the lowest level, and you get to pop it, which is really, really strong. I love this card. And then also on play, on deletion, you may play one level 5 or lower Digimon card with a go straight from your trash without paying the cost. It does have to come from the trash, but this is so good. You know, if you have to Digivolve into him, you delete their lowest thing. That's fine, right? And then if you need to execute, swing into one of their Digimon, that's fine, because now you'll get his on deletion to play a level 5 or lower Ghost from the trash, which you'll have some in your inheritables and hopefully be able to play something really cool. This card is really, really good. I do wish that he was 13,000 DP, but then maybe the deck would be a little too beefy and strong with the DP, so you have to use, you know, retaliation to get over stuff a lot of times. We do have another side boss monster. We're running both of these at a 3 of. Like I said, we're running a lot of options in this deck to help us with consistency. This one only Digivolves for 3 though, which is awesome, on top of a black or purple level 5. So I want to mess with this guy in this little like black toolbox deck, but that's the tangent for another day. He has collision and blockers, so swinging, your opponent has to block with this. That's what collision says. When you swing, all your opponent's Digimon gain blocker, and then they must block you, which is really, really good. And he himself also has blocker. He's one of my favorite arts. I love the art of Reapermon. He is really cool. He's a cyborg. He also has ghost type in the trait from the special rule text, and he says all turns once per turn. When effects digivolve your opponent's Digimon, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So effects is very interesting. So like any of like their cards that say this Digimon digivolves, you get to, you know, activate this effect. It's not all encompassing as you would like to be, but it does get around some things, which is really cool. And it does get around Blast digivolving. So hopefully, as long as they don't have anything when you go to swing in, Blast Digivolve is digivolving by an effect. So then once they get there, you know, when digivolve an effect, then you would get to de-digivolve that Digimon. Hopefully you're still alive in that case, which, you know, I'm not sure of the ruling on that at the moment, but I would imagine since you're turn player, if they blast Digivolve on you, you would get your effect first. So that's the way I'm reading it, which he kind of just counters blast Digivolving. But there are other effects in the game that let you de-Digivolve, like Imperial Dramon has their option card that lets you Digivolve, and that's with a card effect. So there are a lot of things that do that, but it is not as relevant as you would think. But it's mainly just to get around aces. He's like an ace counter, which is really good. You get to de-Digivolve on their Digimon, and then he says on deletion, delete one of your opponent's play cost 4 or lower Digimon or Tamers. So you got a little Tamer hate. This card is really cool. I like Reapermon a lot. I do think a Jack Raid out of one of is a cool tech card to put into the deck. If you're ever in a situation where you maybe don't want to have to, you know, you don't have any Digimon on the board, you don't have your scramble, and you kind of just want to go into something immediately, you play down the Jack Raid, get you a level 3 Digimon, and it is the same thing in security, so you don't ever mind seeing this card. It is really good. It does take a little bit of a setup, but for a play cost of 2, I think that this is a great old card coming in. I want to try to find a way to, you know, put more Jack Raids in this deck, or Night Raids in this deck. It's a really good card. Try it, see if you like it, and it's just, you know, cool art as well. I like this card. I do think it has a spot in the deck. I'm not a big fan of one-ofs, but I do think that that card is good. I did think that maybe this should be at a 2-of, and then I didn't have that in there, but I still wanted some way to play cards by effects, but I do think that this card right here just costs a lot. The art is sick on it. It is really, really cool with Necromon in the background. It says main by returning up to 9 levels total worth of Digimon cards from your opponent's trash to the bottom of the deck. You may play 1 Ghost Trait Digimon card for each return card's level from your trash without paying the cost. Then the Digimon this effect played gains Rush and Blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. So you're able to play one of your Ghost Trait Digimon from your trash. It gets Rush, it gains Blocker, so you can swing with it if you need to, if you're not passing the turn. But if you are passing the turn with this option card, you don't get to swing because you don't have Blitz. So I do think they missed out with this card by not giving the Digimon Blitz, because now you're not really able to use it, but at least you do have a blocker coming up for the next turn. And then this is some way to, you know, manipulate your opponent's trash, where like they may be planning to you know, do some things with that, and now you're messing up their trash. And then the main part, you play this because it's in security. You play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon with the Ghost Trait from your trash without paying the cost. Really cool, awesome card. I do think you want to find room to, you know, switch these 2 around. If you want to go to 2 Night Ray, you can, or 2 of this Apparition Legion, you can. I do think it is cool and tasteful to put to the deck since it's, you know, dealing with the ghost. A really cool art that I do like in this deck, since there are little ghosts on the card too, is Glaive Memory Boost, and it is a really important card in the deck because you're going to be trashing some of your ghost Digimon, and a lot of times you don't have a lot of ways to get your big guys back, and if you're ever missing a piece in the lineup, you play this card, return 1 purple Digimon card from your trash to your hand, place this card in the battle area, and then later turns you can do it to gain the 2 memory. I think an essential card for the deck, and the same thing with the Miss Memory Boost, being able to fuel your graveyard, trashing 2 cards on the top of your deck, and then getting to draw, I think is a really good card too. And then just running 2 Wisdom Trainings and 2 Purple Scrambles. You can see a lot of option cards in this deck, but this is where the new Violetinboots, this lady comes in. This is from the BT18, so we've had her for a second, but we've not had the deck. Interesting that they gave us, but it's because she has some 3 Musketeers support in her. Start of your turn, if you have 2 or less memory, set it to 3, so she's a memory setter. At start of your main phase, by trashing 1 option card or 1 card with ghost or 3 musketeer traits in your hand, you draw a card. So if you ever have too many options and you don't really want to use them, you can just trash them to draw your card. But if you want to fuel your graveyard with some of your ghost trait Digimon, you can also do that, and then she just gives you a free draw. I think this card is really good. I do want to find room to make 3 of it in the deck, but that might be asking a lot, because I do think you need to run a lot of pieces in this deck to combo off and do what you want. Going into the other Violetinboots, she's just such a cool, cute character. I love her hair. I love her little bat wing, hair ties. She's awesome. I like her art. She's also a Liberator. This one only costs 3 because she says start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Generic, good, memory gain. Love to see it. Your turn, when any of your Ghost Trait Digimon are deleted, by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with a Ghost Trait in the hand, with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. I do think that this makes it a little clunky that it has to be from the hand and not the trash, since you're trashing so many things. But that is why we're running other cards in the egg and such like that you got to keep up with which card you're adding to your hand, so that way you have a source to Digivolve into. But I do love that she reduces it by 2, so you're able to see your plays and get into your lineups really quick. And I do think just because this deck is so combo reliant, you are trying to find certain pieces to, do certain outs to your opponent. I do think one of the Matt Ashita from BT2 is really good. Start of the main phase, he is a memory setter. And then on play, return 1 purple Digimon card or option card from your trash to your hand. So he lets you get any of your purple options and Digimon back to your hand. I do think that he is good in the deck. And then, like I said, the Modusmon lets you play these Digimon and these Tamers for free, which is really, really good. I like this deck a lot. I do think it's going to be a really fun deck. I know a lot of people are hyped for Violetinboots. She's a really cool, cute tamer that a lot of people like, and I do think that her boss monster is absolutely insane. He is cool looking for sure. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this deck. If you're going to build this deck, maybe list down below, leave me some links or comments like what your deck is going to look like when it comes out. Please leave this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Peace.